As everyone was relaxing and preparing to sleep, Musa diligently practiced his hunting skills under the twinkling stars. Exhausted and thirsty, he ventured out to the nearest waterhole beneath the peaceful moonlight. As Musa approached the drinking spot, he heard hushed voices whispering nearby, which immediately caught his attention. He wondered who could be out so late, talking in secret. Quietly approaching, Musa recognized the voices. It was his father, King Aurelius, and Kilis, his trusted advisor, engaged in a serious conversation. Musa was puzzled about why they needed to discuss something so important and in such secrecy. Curiosity and concern mingled in Musa's mind as he paused, hidden in the shadows, straining to hear what was being said. Musa's eyes widened in surprise as he overheard Kilis asking his father about a decision regarding a new king. Musa furrowed his eyebrows, thinking, "New king? What are they talking about?" Musa became increasingly curious upon hearing the topic of their discussion and remained silently hidden, straining to listen to the conversation.
King Aurelius, with all due respect, I understand the difficulty of this situation for you as both a father and a king. However, we must confront the reality. Despite Musa's tireless efforts to improve, a significant portion of our Pride members still favor Saber over him. This sentiment has been growing steadily for months.
I know, but still I had hoped that Musa's improvements would be enough to demonstrate his capability to lead. It pains me to hear that, despite all his hard work and determination, many still favor Saber. What's even more troubling is that nearly every neighboring Pride is also leaning towards Saber. I recall the initial murmurs of discontent, but I had hoped Musa would overcome these doubts.
Indeed. Musa has shown great effort, but it appears that the Pride has already made its choice. No matter how much Musa tries, it seems too late to change their minds now. The consensus is already shifted in favor of Saber.
I understand why many view Saber as the better choice for king. His strengths are undeniable. His consistent achievements and charismatic presence have earned him substantial respect. However, Musa has his own potential. His kindness, dedication, and genuine care for the Pride are qualities we deeply value. Even if these traits might not be as immediately recognized as Saber's strengths, they are crucial for the future of our Pride.
I understand, Your Majesty. Musa's efforts are admirable, but leadership demands more than just hard work and heart. The Pride needs stability and confidence in their future leader. Saber's proven track record offers that reassurance. The concerns we observed months ago have not only persisted, but have become more pronounced. It is becoming increasingly clear that Saber is viewed as the more suitable candidate for the future. But in the end, it's your decision to make. I will stand by your side and support you no matter what choice you make.
Aurelius had always trusted Kilis and valued his advice, but this time it felt different. Despite his respect for Kilis's counsel, Aurelius had a nagging sense that the decision might not be right. Nonetheless, he felt compelled to make a choice that favored others, even though he was reluctant to agree with it. Kilis waited for Aurelius's response, unaware that Musa had overheard their entire conversation. The words struck Musa deeply. A sharp pain gripped his heart, and he was overwhelmed with sadness and self-doubt. Musa felt humiliated, realizing that many in the Pride believed he wasn't fit to be a leader and preferred Saber instead. He felt betrayed by the very Pride he had devoted himself to. And the pain of this realization hurt him profoundly. With the hope that his father would recognize his hard work and not change his mind, Musa waited anxiously for the final decision. King Aurelius took a deep breath, his face marked by sadness and weighty deliberation.
I cannot ignore the Pride's concerns. Our unity has always been our strength, and losing it would jeopardize everything we've built. I know that such division would be detrimental to us all. I want what is best for everyone, and I can't be selfish and disregard the concerns of my fellow lions. It pains me deeply to see my son compared unfavorably to his brother and deemed unfit to lead. Because of this, I have no choice but to name Saber as the new king.
Closing his eyes, Aurelius looked down, overwhelmed by the gravity of his decision. Kilis placed a comforting paw on the king's shoulder, offering reassurance.
I'm truly sorry, Your Majesty, for the difficult situation we're facing. The decision is indeed painful. However, it's made with the best interests of the pride in mind, as well as for Musa's sake. By making this choice, Musa won't have to endure relentless criticism or be constantly compared with Saber throughout his time as a leader. It's a challenging choice, but it's made with the hope of preserving our unity and ensuring a stable future for all.
After that night, Musa's life shattered into pieces. His soul felt irreparably broken as he grappled with the harsh reality that his father, whom he loved and respected unconditionally, changed his mind. Musa felt as though his entire world was crumbling around him, and the weight of impending humiliation was unbearable. The deep sense of betrayal pierced his heart, leaving him consumed with anger and devastation. Rage simmered within him as he realized that all his efforts and heartfelt dedication to pleasing the pride had been in vain from the beginning. The realization that everyone saw him as a failure, and that not even his parents, who meant the most to him, had spoken a word to reveal the truth of what everyone thought about him, intensified his feelings of abandonment and hurt. Musa stomped hard with his paw in anger, causing his father and Kilis to startle at the sudden sound. They swiftly turned their attention to the source of the noise and, to their surprise, saw Musa standing in the shadows. At that moment, they realized that Musa had heard everything that was said. King Aurelius was taken aback, unable to utter a word as Musa abruptly turned and bolted away, running as fast as he could. Musa did not look back, his pace fueled by hurt and fury. Aurelius and Kilis shouted after him, desperately calling his name and asking him to stop. But Musa continued running, refusing to turn back. They watched helplessly as a white blur vanished into the darkness, disappearing from sight without a trace. Regret and anguish gripped King Aurelius as he saw his son disappear into the night. He felt a deep sense of guilt for Musa's departure. With urgent panic in his voice, Aurelius turned to Kilis.
Run back to the pride and tell everyone that Musa has run away. Gather in groups and return here immediately to search for him.
But King Aurelius, it's too dangerous to go alone at this time. The predators are more active at night. I can't let you go by yourself.
I said go. I must chase after my son. There's no time to wait. Do as I ask.
Reluctantly, Kilis understood the depth of the king's worry and nodded.
Very well, Your Majesty. I'll organize the search parties and gather the pride.
Ignoring Kilis's warnings about the dangers of predators, King Aurelius set off alone into the night, determined to find Musa before it was too late.